Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 13th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but please stay with me because then I will dive deep and in forensic detail give you the inside track for your particular zodiac sign. This week begins with Mercury moving from the sign of Sagittarius into the earth sign of Capricorn. Now Mercury is very effective in Capricorn, particularly around business matters, but is replaced in the sign of Sagittarius by Mars. Now Mars governs the second decan of Sagittarius, so it's very much at home in this sign. Sagittarius energy is very much to do with being adventurous and pioneering and buccaneering, and the Sun stays in the sign of Sagittarius, and Mercury and Mars are going to be in a semi-sextile this week, which is very enabling, so that's something to really appreciate. I should say that Mercury joins up with Venus and Pluto in Capricorn, so if there are things that we need to grapple with of a more material nature, or it is around a relationship situation where we're looking to get some greater clarity about just how steadfast it is or not, the discussions that can follow from Mercury in that arena, along with Venus and Pluto, can be very helpful. But of course, due to COVID regulations, it's not so easy to think about widening our horizons in a more physical way with the arrival of Mars in Sagittarius. But the Sun this week forges an amazing link to Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, so there's a receptivity here. And this angle, the sextile between the Sun and Jupiter, is probably one of the most fortunate ones that can be struck in astrology. So if there is something around a group activity, a wider principle that you're really interested in, that you can come together with people, even if that's not physically possible, perhaps through the internet, the uplifting energy of the Sun and Jupiter really can be something we can all appreciate this week. And for some lucky people, depending on their nativities, their natal charts, this could bring about a real stroke of giant fortune. Now this is a week, of course, when we do have a full moon, and this full moon occurs in the sign of Gemini, which is very fleet-footed, ruled by Mercury, but it's forging a really uplifting link with Jupiter too. So there's a lot to be excited about this week, but it has to be said that Venus does go into retrograde as the week draws to a close, which goes on through to the 29th of January. But there's a lovely link between Uranus and Mercury as the week draws to a close. So if we are thinking about trying to make the most of our resources, an imaginative idea, thinking about something to do with technology that provides a service to others and maybe earns an income to us, can also be something that inspires. So in general, a really sparkling week. But if you're new to my channel, I would be honoured if you'd subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And if you'd like to order your year 2022 personal forecast, you can do that by clicking on the link beneath this video. You can get a character analysis as well, 30% off, the rest of this year free, or if you order earlier in January, you can get the full 12 months from the point of that order. Gain searing insights into how your personal astrology is evolving in relation to the planets moving in the sky above us. But stay with me for that detailed forecast next. Hello Aries, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 13th of December. Mercury moving into the business-like sign of Capricorn, joining with Venus and Pluto, could see you even at this late stage of the year thinking about employment prospects. Now with Venus in the mix, it could be a case of who as much as what you know, but with the arrival of Mars in Sagittarius, if you do need to push yourself out of your comfort zone and do a job that's outside of your locality, linked to the travel industry. I know it's been depressed recently, or perhaps a job where you personally have to physically move around. This can be a very exciting week. But even if you're staying put from the comfort of your home, the arrival of Mars is asking you to expand your thinking, and the Sun's link to Jupiter is really very, very exciting. It can galvanize you. Your great gift is that you don't always have to ponder things to an enormous degree. You can get an instinct of an opportunity and just go for it. And that sense of urgency or just self-confidence which you bring to situations really can be at maximum strength this week. So believe in yourself if you do want to make a big impact. Now, I know it's very difficult to be thinking about booking time away to physically travel for a vacation or a holiday. But if that is possible in your locality, I think you may well want to do it. And you may also want to do something that's a bit more rugged, like, go for a good walk in the countryside. Something that stretches you a little bit can be really exciting. But equally, reading and learning about things that expand your knowledge, that can also be something that you find very interesting just now. Now, there is that full moon on as the week draws to a close on Sunday. And this is suggesting to me that you may have to choose your words a little bit carefully, but generally people, I feel, are going to buy into your vibe of optimism and the upbeat sense that everything is possible, which I do feel that you're going to be permeating this week. For sure, with Venus going retrograde, in a relationship situation, if you and a partner really don't want the same things, Venus going retrograde is asking you to think about why that may be. But all that energy in Sagittarius could see you thinking about the principles of freedom or even escape if it's not working at all. So if a tie's really been bumping along the bottom, this could be a critical phase. I know people generally don't like to split up before Christmas, but the emphasis on your ninth house is about finding the higher truth of your purpose. And I think the stridentness of your ruler Mars being in your sector of truth means that if you do need to say how you feel, even on the back of this full moon, you likely will.